Good morning, metalheads. It's Sunday morning, no ordinary Sunday, but Remembrance Sunday. I'm back out detecting for the first time in 3 or 4 weeks. Barney's had a little operation, which means he's had stitches and he's had to have a bit of rest at home. But today he's back off the subs bench. The field behind that hedge line is where I had that Roman face padlock come from. Unfortunately I can't go on that field now, it's planted out, so I've got some pasture this side of the field. I had a few bits up here yesterday. I gridded about an acre, a couple of buttons, a couple of buckles, no coins, so I'm back with vengeance today to see if I can pull anything else up. Right, let's see what comes up. I'll take a short break at 11 o'clock, remember the fallen, and see what we can get out of the ground. Catch you shortly. Well, we're off and running, metalheads. Bit of a heart flutterer here. Thought we were on to a little sixpence, but unfortunately it's only a button. Had a few other bits and pieces up, bit of a dog lead, bits of lead. Nothing to mention so far, so let's carry on. We're on to a button again, 4-holer this time, so no real age, but signs of activity in the field. It's got to be better. We have a bit of roundness going on. Unfortunately I think it's just a backing plate from a drawer handle, maybe. About the size of an old pre-decimal penny. Would have been nice. Any coin would be nice today. First day back out in a long time. So I think today is turning into a button day. That's the third this hour. Better than digging all that aluminium shit from the other side of the track. It's got to be a coin. There has got to be a coin. Now then, that's slightly more interesting, although not great. I'm wondering, with that lug on the back of it, whether that's a suspension type lug for maybe a knife holder, a bayonet holder maybe, or am I barking completely up the wrong tree? It's going in the scrap bucket, whatever it is, it's still a load of shit. But I suppose no hunt's complete without one. Pretty obligatory. There's not a lot else is coming up. I'm scrambling for footage. So there you go, a shotgun end. Well, I've now had to resort to digging iron signals. Found me a buckle though. Just guessing it's off a horse harness. Fairly modern. So this is as good as it gets so far. A drawer handle. Rather ornate. Best find of the day so far. I'll take that, I guess, on a day like today. Quite an ornate buckle, in fact. Yeah, some reasonably fancy patterning on that. Georgian shoe buckle, perhaps. Yeah, that's perked me up a bit. 2/3 of the way over what's roughly an acre field. Best so far. We're right down the bottom end of this acre paddock, probably the last find of the day. It's a little section off an old penknife, well rusted away. No coins at all. I'd have thought I've had one coin off an acre. Still, let's see if anything else comes on this last row. So we're off and running, first signal of Sunday morning, straight onto a coin, but it's a round pound. Should clean up alright to go in my round pound collection. Let's see if we can find something a bit older. We have another buckle this time, going down really deep on this. Let me just show you with the pinpoint. Look, we're well down. There's your 8-inch mark. We're down 9 to 10 inches on that. So, don't knock the garret, you snobs. Lump of lead this time. Little round ball. Hole through the centre of it. Most presumably a net weight. Possibly a fishing weight. Nice little find. Let's carry on. We're well over an acre of land detected so far. We're on to the very first pre-decimal. I just make out George V facing to the left there. Not in very good condition at all. And not of any great age either. But hey, we pushed out a pre-decimal coin at last. Happy days. Got quite a big banger here, 91 signal. I don't know if it's a lid off something, cap off a piece of machinery, lid off a bottle. Don't know. But hey, it's another find on this very quiet field. Oh dearie me, what's been going on here? We had some crafters out here cottaging. Oh my days. Enough said about that. Let's put it in the bag and move on. Here we have our first button in a little while. These bloody shiny pewter buttons keep teasing me that they're silver threepenny bits. Now, perhaps one might come up in this field. Who knows? Well, we're now on back-to-back buttons. This time it's got the shank on. But the sign is that the field's getting more and more active the higher up I get. So I think I'm going to persevere with this, obviously for the rest of the day and maybe next weekend as well. That should get it licked. I really have pushed myself to the max today on this field, running out of time. I have managed to winkle out another coin, just make out the monarch facing to the right. That's a little George III p-head halfpenny, barely any detail on it. The reverse is just about make Britannia out there, pretty blown and bubbled. But hey, never give up. Always wrap the day up on a high, and it don't get much higher than this, I don't think. Got a Victoria young head halfpenny. Flip you over. 1885. So back-to-back coins on my last walk out and back across the field. Heading back to the hedgerow, back to the car, and that'll do for the weekend. I'm happy now. I don't believe this. The gods are really rewarding me on this last row. Digging trowel in the ground there, That's where that young head Vicky halfpenny came up, just a couple of feet further on. Third coin in the last couple of rows. It's a penny, Queen Victoria, young head again. Might clean up when I get it home. Bit gunged up, but the pink stuff should get a date off that. God, you can't make this hobby up. I've slogged this field for hours over the last couple of days. 2 rows, that's all I needed. 1 walk out, 1 walk back, and I'd have picked up these. Still, now the coins are coming up, what else is in here? That's the nature of it. You always want more. And yet again, same row, a few feet on from the Vicky penny. Tempted me with silver, but it's not. It's another little button. I should be glad to get home. And so, metalheads, we're back home, and I've done surprisingly better than I initially thought. So there is enough to do a bit of a roundup here. So starting over here, we've got 7 buttons, piece of a pocket knife, and a big chunky horse buckle. Over to the other side, back plate off a drawer handle perhaps, and a lid or a cap off something, net or a fishing weight. Then we're getting a little bit closer. What I think is the top of a sheath or a scabbard for carrying a bayonet or a dagger. Can't imagine that's anything but. Now, what I thought was a drawer handle pull. On the back of it, it's a split pin, so you're never going to get that through a wooden drawer. You perhaps get it through some leather. So is it a leather mount of some description? Totally unsure on that. And down here we've got a few coins. George V, QE2 round pound, Victoria penny, and a very one George III P head. Bringing us on to the more interesting finds, the crafters that have been cottaging. Do you know anything about this, Trev? This ain't anything to do with you, is it? And the final 2 best pieces, that Georgian shoe buckle, that's cleaned up very nicely with the pink stuff. And finally, best coin of the weekend, the Vicky Younghead halfpenny. I'll just give that a light wipe over with pink stuff, get that soil off it. That can go in the good case, keep that. And so, the return to the fields has begun. See you on the next one, folks. Ta-ra.